Do you believe you're more likely to be robbed by somebody you know or a stranger? If you're an athlete, the answer is going to surprise you. Jedediah Collins here with the Money Vehicle Movement podcast, where we're trying to make financial literacy more current and possibly even a little cooler. As a former NFL player, certified financial planner, and financial literacy advocate, I think this is one of the most important subjects we are going to discuss in a while. Today, we're tackling the critical topic for how a business athlete chooses their A team. How do you vet and build the people around you? Your A team consists of your A agent, advisor, accountant, attorney, and even your advocate or marketing person. These people are going to guide not only your career, but your finances as well. And you need them to have the one thing in every relationship: trust. Why is this relevant today? We're going to take the case of Reshad Jones. Now, I'm not here to mince words or to start rumors. This is factual. The story of Mr. Jones, a former Miami Dolphins safety, is a stark reminder of what can happen when athletes don't properly vet their A team or just blindly are taken advantage of those they instill their trust in. Jones just settled a lawsuit against Merrill Lynch, a massive brokerage across the United States, Merrill Lynch, for $9.5 million after a former advisor, obviously he's not there anymore, former advisor allegedly stole $2.5 million from him. Let that sink in a second. $2.5 million. That's not a simple mistake. That is not I made a bad investment, or I just needed to grab a little money. His advisor, Isaiah Williams, is accused of using his position for personal expenses. He was going into Mr. Jones' portfolio and accounts and using them on things like airline tickets, strip clubs, cars, jewelry. Duty-free shopping in Mexico, I thought, was a very interesting one to call out, and the details around these expenses are outrageous. We as professional athletes for 30 years have been called big dumb jocks going broke because we go spend money on cars and jewelry, and now it is our advisors who are causing us to go broke because of those same expenses that we aren't even enjoying. This is why being a business athlete today is crucial. Business mind comes first. It forces you to pay attention to all moving pieces within your business, both on and off the field. That means your money as well. Building your A team is going to be key for your financial future. Your A team is essentially a board of directors for your career. Let's break down who needs to be on it and what qualities you should look for. That first person you've probably already hired is going to be your agent. This is the person who's responsible for getting you money on the field. They negotiate your contracts, find endorsement deals, and manage pretty much your public image, mostly with the teams that you are looking to play for. You're going to look for someone with a proven track record, strong connections, and most importantly, integrity. Why are strong connections so important for an agent? Well, if and when you need to find a job, having somebody who can call the general manager or some scout at that building is going to go a long way. Don't be afraid to ask your agent for references, other athletes they work with, and research their past clients, because one day they're not going to be active NFL players. You want to know how you're going to be treated after the fact. The second A team is going to be your advisor, the person who is responsible for managing your money. This is where things can get a little tricky, as we see in the Jones case. Your advisor helps you manage your money, invest it wisely, and plan for your future. I want to point out here, your advisor is not a wealth creator. That's not even their title. Their title is wealth managers. You are the wealth creator. Being a professional athlete, making the team is the best investment return you will ever see. So don't get mistaken if somebody tries to tell you they're going to go create something. That is not their job. Their job is to manage your future and your finances. When you let someone manage what you have created, never hand them complete control. Assure that they are a fiduciary, meaning they have a legal liability to put your best interests first. Demand transparency. This is where I see the most NFL players who I get to talk to have the biggest hurdle. They're afraid to ask questions. This advisor is their employee. They work for them, and still, when things are not making sense, they simply stay quiet. Demand transparency. What is this fee? Why did I pay it? Where is it going? Understand their investment strategies. Ask them for their own, as well as ask them for why yours is different than theirs or any other clients. Always get a second opinion. If you are looking for an advisor, a certified financial planner, CFP, is a great place to start. Does not mean they're great or trustworthy, but it does give you a fundamental knowledge of all things finance. Yes, I'm a CFP. No, I'm not going to be your advisor. I'm an educator. That third A team is going to be your accountant. This is the person who will help you stay compliant with your money. A good accountant will help you navigate the complex world of taxes. They're going to make sure they have experience working with high income individuals and athletes. Ever heard of the jock tax? Your accountant should definitely know what that is and why you're in a unique scenario. Find someone who will guide you through the tax code for self-employment as a business athlete. This person is not just going to be there to file something in April. As a business, you have to file 4 times a year quarterly payments, and you should be strategizing all year round. If they're just filing documents for you in April, you need to find somebody more proactive. Your goal is, yes, I need to pay taxes. No, I should not pay more than I owe. How much do I owe? That's why we need to understand the tax code. That fourth A is going to be your attorney, who will help you protect your money. This is going to be critical for reviewing contracts, setting up legal entities like that LLC, and protecting your assets. Find a lawyer who understands the unique legal challenges faced by athletes and business owners, and you, a little bit of both, a business athlete. As you look at Money Vehicle, we always want to provide you with frameworks, habits for repeating success, systems like a portfolio paycheck. At Money Vehicle, we teach our athletes to think differently about their money. They see it as a vehicle, a tool, a verb that is going to take them somewhere. Money is not their final destination. It all starts with building good habits. That begins with being honest with yourself about what you are spending and what you understand about money, being accountable and taking ownership of your own financial decisions and who is making those decisions for you, being long-term investor type thinkers, planning for your future in decades, not just days, and being transparent. That means every decision you make has to have some understanding and clarity with who's making it. Do your due diligence. Empower yourself to speak this language of money because people take advantage of those who cannot speak money. You can do background checks. This is an easy way to understand who is working with you. Ask for references. Again, who are they working with today? Have regular check ins and ask questions in those check ins around strategy. And if they resist more telling you more, that's a red flag. Trust your gut. If something doesn't feel right, it probably is off. Don't ignore your intuition. Always get second opinions. Ask other professionals. And here's my new favorite one: ask ChatGPT. Not as gospel. Don't take whatever it says as the final be all, nor should you take your advisor, agent, accountant, or attorney's word as gospel. But ChatGPT will give you something to bounce off, to get a second opinion, and to just overall further understand this language of money. All right, your takeaway. Your money is your responsibility. You are going to hire people around you called your A team, and they are there to help you accomplish and achieve your dream. You are the wealth creator. Remember that. Ask your employees questions, not challenges, questions and curiosity. As business athletes, you cannot afford not to. Thank you for tuning into the Money Vehicle Movement podcast. We'll see you at the next stop.